You are about to hear a story that is not just about success. It is about obsession, sacrifice, loneliness, and a fire that started inside a quiet boy who nobody believed would change the world. A story that will inspire you, a story that will help you improve your English naturally through storytelling. A story about a child who didn't just dream of the future, he built it. The story of Bill Gates. The screen glows. A small boy sits alone in a silent room in Seattle. Rain taps on the window, slow, rhythmic, like a ticking clock. 11-year-old Bill leans toward a giant computer terminal, an old humming machine that looks more like a spaceship control panel than anything a child should touch. His eyes widen. Lines of code scroll like magic spells. To the world, this is just a strange machine. To him, it feels alive. Just a few more minutes, he whispers to himself. But outside this quiet room, Bill's life is not peaceful. His parents argue about him. He's too stubborn. He doesn't listen. He's always alone, always lost in his thoughts. Bill hears them sometimes, and it cuts deeper than any insult at school. Why was he different? Why didn't he fit in? A mini cliffhanger forms. What will this strange obsession lead to? Bill was not poor financially, but inside, he lived in emotional poverty. No real friends, bullied for being weird, teachers calling him too argumentative, a brain that never stopped thinking, nights where he cried quietly because he felt like he didn't belong. One teacher once yelled at him, "Bill, stop daydreaming. No one cares about your theories." The class laughed. Bill didn't. He looked down at his notebook, filled with sketches, ideas, impossible machines. He whispered to himself, "One day, they will care." Another cliffhanger. What will he do with this pain? One evening at the lakeside school, something happens that changes everything. A mysterious new device arrives. A teletype computer terminal. Rare, expensive, almost mythical at that time. Other students walk past it. Bill walks toward it, as if destiny is pulling him by the hand. He touches the keyboard, feels the cold metal, feels electricity in his veins. The screen blinks, and in that moment, for the first time in his life, Bill doesn't feel lonely. He feels connected. This fragile boy who struggled to talk to people suddenly talks fluently to a machine. He stays there for hours, days, weeks, coding until his fingers ache, skipping meals, losing track of time. His mother asks, "Bill, why are you always in that room?" He replies softly, "Because that room is the only place where I feel like myself." His eyes are tired, but burning with hunger. Not physical hunger, hunger to learn. The cliffhanger grows. Will this obsession destroy him or build him? Bill and his small group of friends break school rules to get more computer time. They sneak into the computer room at night. They hack passwords. They push the limits of what they're allowed to do. One night, a teacher catches them. "Bill Gates, what are you doing in here?" Bill freezes. His heart pounds. This could be the end. But instead of punishment, something surprising happens. The administrators see how talented he is. They don't shut the door on him. They open it wider. They offer him more time, more access, more challenges. What was supposed to get him expelled becomes the first turning point of his life. Bill begins to realize something. While everyone else is watching the world as it is, he is watching the world as it could be. Every line of code, every late night, every mistake, it's all preparing him for something bigger, something no one else can see yet. But the storm is coming, a storm that will test him, break him, shape him, and eventually lift him higher than anyone ever imagined. The question remains, will this shy, awkward boy survive the challenges ahead, or will the world crush his dream before it begins? The storm arrives sooner than Bill expected. He is now a teenager, thin, sharp-eyed, restless. He moves through school hallways like a ghost, thinking faster than he can speak, imagining worlds no one else can see. But genius comes with a price. Bill's parents begin to worry. His mother speaks softly over dinner. He doesn't talk to anyone anymore. His father replies, "He's pushing himself too hard." Bill hears them, every word, every fear, and the loneliness grows heavier. At school, classmates whisper, "There goes the computer freak. He's too smart for his own good." Bill pretends not to care, but at night, he lies awake, staring at the ceiling, wondering, why can't I be normal? Why do I feel like I'm running towards something no one else can see? This story will not only inspire you, it will help you improve your English naturally through storytelling. But right now, Bill's life feels far from inspiring. It feels like a maze with no exit. And then, something unexpected happens. A door opens. One afternoon, Bill receives a phone call. A shaky voice says, "We need help. Our computer system keeps crashing." It is from a company, Information Sciences, Inc. They heard about the strange kid who never leaves the computer room. Bill hangs up the phone and looks at his friend Paul Allen. Paul raises an eyebrow. "Want to try?" Bill nods. Slowly, nervously. They are just kids. But the problem they're about to solve? It's something even professionals can't fix. This is a turning point, but also a cliffhanger, because failure could destroy their confidence forever. They sit in the cold computer room. Fluorescent lights flicker. The machine hums like an angry beast. Bill cracks his knuckles. His fingers hover over the keyboard. Paul whispers, "If we break this, we'll never get another chance." Bill exhales. "Then let's not break it." Hours pass. They analyze code. Lines blur together. Coffee cups pile up. Their eyes burn. And then, Bill finds it. A tiny bug. A single misplaced line. He rewrites the code. Slowly, carefully, as if he's defusing a bomb. The machine resets. A pause. A heartbeat. It works. Paul laughs. Bill smiles for the first time in days. They did it. And for the first time, Bill feels something powerful. Maybe I can build a life with this. Maybe this is my calling. But fate is not done testing him. Word spreads. The strange boy from Lakeside is now a problem solver, a fixer, a thinker. People start calling him. Companies ask for help. Adults listen to him. Bill feels unstoppable until one morning the computer club is shut down. The machine time is gone. The funding disappears. It hits Bill like a punch to the chest. His sanctuary, the place where he felt alive, is taken away. He stands in the empty room, touching the cold metal of the machine one last time. "Don't take this from me," he whispers, but it's gone, just like that. For weeks, Bill is silent, directionless, a genius with no tools. Another cliffhanger. Will he rise or break? Then Paul Allen walks up to him one rainy afternoon. He holds a magazine. On the cover, the Altair 8800, the world's first personal computer. Paul's voice shakes with excitement. "Bill, look at this. This is the future." Bill feels something ignite inside him. A spark, a fire, a destiny. He whispers, "If personal computers are coming, someone has to write the software." Paul nods. "Why not us?" Bill stares at the magazine, hands trembling, mind racing. He knows this moment will define the rest of his life. He feels fear, but also purpose. "Let's build it," he says. Just 3 words. But they will change the world. Bill drops out of Harvard. Everyone tells him he's making a mistake. A professor warns him, "You're throwing away your future, Bill." Bill replies quietly, "No, I'm building it." His parents are terrified. His mother asks through tears, "What if you fail?" Bill looks at her with unwavering eyes. "Then I'll fail trying to create something that matters." And with that, Bill Gates steps into the unknown, fearful, hungry, determined. The world has no idea what's coming. Bill Gates arrives in Albuquerque with nothing but a suitcase, a worn-out coat, and a dream so heavy it almost crushes him. He and Paul Allen rent a tiny room, 1 bed, 1 table, 1 flickering lamp, cold nights, cheap meals, empty pockets, but their minds burning, charged, restless. This is where the world will change, though no one knows it yet. The Altair computer sits on the desk like an unsolved puzzle, wires exposed, blue panels scratched, a machine waiting for a voice. Bill and Paul must do the impossible, write a working programming language for a computer they've barely touched, and write it fast, before anyone else does, before they're forgotten. This story will not only inspire you, it will help you improve your English naturally through storytelling. Nights blur. Code fills the walls like frantic poetry. Bill barely sleeps. His fingers tremble. His stomach growls from hunger, but he keeps typing. Paul watches him with worry. "Bill, you haven't eaten in hours." Bill whispers, "I'll eat after the world changes." Another cliffhanger. What if this obsession destroys him? The day arrives. They walk into Emmett's headquarters. two skinny kids surrounded by polished executives and engineers twice their age. The head engineer mutters, "These are the guys who claim they wrote BASIC?" Bill swallows hard. Paul plugs in the tape. The machine whirs. A silence thick enough to cut. Bill's heart pounds like a war drum. And then, the computer responds. It runs their code flawlessly. Gasps around the room. Eyes widen. The impossible has happened. Paul grins. Bill closes his eyes in relief. He whispers to himself, "We did it. We really did it." In that single moment, the destiny of the digital world shifts. They sign a contract, a small one, nothing glamorous, but that signature becomes the first brick of Microsoft, a company born not from money, but from hunger, fear, courage, and sleepless nights. Bill works like a man possessed. His team struggles to keep up. Someone once said to him, "Bill, you push people too hard." He replied coldly, "If you want to change the world, hard is the minimum." The office becomes his battlefield. Code becomes his weapon. Innovation becomes his religion. But greatness demands sacrifice. Bill's health declines. He forgets to eat, forgets to sleep, sometimes collapses on the office floor, using his jacket as a pillow. A friend finds him one morning and shakes him awake. "Bill, you'll kill yourself at this pace." He sits up, eyes half open, yet blazing with purpose. "If I stop now, someone else will build the future." His voice cracks slightly, a rare crack in an iron soul. This is not the glamorous rise people imagine. This is pain, sacrifice, obsession. But he keeps going, because the world is on the edge of something extraordinary. Windows, a simple name, a simple idea, a computer any person could use, not just experts, not just engineers. The world laughs at him. Impossible. People don't need computers at home. You're dreaming too big, Gates. But Bill looks at them with the same determination he had as a lonely boy staring at a glowing screen. Someday, every home, every desk will have a computer. They roll their eyes. But the future bends toward him, slowly. Then suddenly, Windows explodes across the planet. Bill Gates becomes one of the richest men in history. But more importantly, he rewrites how humanity works, learns, creates, dreams. Even as success floods in, Bill stays the same, reading endlessly, questioning everything, challenging everyone. He once said, "Don't compare yourself with anyone else. If you do, you're insulting yourself." This line echoes the truth of his journey. He wasn't trying to be better than others. He was trying to be better than the boy he used to be, the lonely child, the misunderstood teen, the relentless dreamer. And he succeeded, not because he was lucky, but because he refused to stop. Before the world knew the name Bill Gates, he was just a boy standing in front of a computer, trying to understand who he was. His journey teaches us, greatness is not born from talent alone. It is born from hunger, the desire to learn, to build, to rise, even when the world doubts you. So when you feel lost, rejected, underestimated, remember his story. Remember the boy who saw the world differently and dared to rewrite it. And maybe your story is just beginning too.